Alright.
Hey, do you guys see that?
Nope. What? She points to a door. The carvings on it are rather intricate. I can see some more symbols and elaborate swirls and whirls. It's a deep plum purple standing out amongst the stone.
Do we attempt to open it?
Break it down! Degenerate into something fool. You just got tired of doing what you told us to do. That's a brace, boy. Yeah, that's a brace, little man. Break it down. Degeneration X. Sorry. That's what. Whenever I hear "break it down," I think of that. I also think of Heroes Never Die. There you go. Zach, calling you out again. Zach! We attempt to open it. Punch it down, break it down, yeah. Zach shrugs. Punch it.
It's not like there's another option.
Punch it. Zach, punch it. Punch it. Go. Let's go. I lead the way, the attempt to the door and the others follow. Punch it. Punch it. Punch it. We step through the door. Well, I thought we had to break it down. Standing in the center, directly facing me, is the Shadow Elemental. Wow! 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 You are cute! Wow, you are cute! Oh, I dig the purple so much! Oh! Honey! You know, I'm single now, right? Oh, honey! Oh! What a wife! Oh my goodness gracious! So the water elemental kissed me. Do we have to have sex for this to work? Yeah? Oh, anyway. God, you are cute! Holy shit! Wait, hold on. Let me get this fucking screen cap. God damn. She is cute. Oh my god, and this dress is like adorable. It's a little too, I mean, honestly, like if I had, like, you know, we're talking about my girlfriend, like this is a little bit too revealing for my taste, but the rest of the dress, oh, that is so cute. And purple hair, and bangs in her face, and purple eyes, oh, because blue and purple are my favorite colors. And plus, they were already the cutest ones anyway. Oh, you are adorable. I love you. I love you. Okay, cool. Her long hair falls delicately to her back, flowing around her gossamer gown. Her dress hugs her every curve. As I lift my gaze, her violet eyes meet mine. I open my mouth to speak when a gasp interrupts me. They can all see her! No way, dude. The elemental. I glance over at my friends who are frozen in wide-eyed shock. Oh, no, you know, that's interesting because her eyes actually, I was gonna point this out, but her eyes seem more like, they seem less glazed over than the other elementals do. So, maybe, I don't know. Amy's eyes are I glance over at my friends who are frozen in wide-eyed shock. Amy's eyes are the size of saucers. Her mouth is open in silent wonder. I can almost see the questions racing through her mind. Lena's expression is one of more quiet amazement. She carefully looks the elemental up and down. Zack slowly shakes off his surprise and resumes his usual expression, while Kara doesn't even bother to mask her appreciation. Wait, you can see her?
I sure can. No wonder you went ahead and kissed the last one.
I know, right? Haha! Always with the jokes, Kara. My gaze darts towards Leanna. She pretends like it didn't faze her, but she refuses to meet my eyes. Zack claps a hand on my back.
Guess you weren't crazy after all.
I knew I wasn't crazy. Just a little bit crazy. Throughout the whole encounter, the shallow elemental's gaze remains on me. Look at the cute little fucking smile. Oh, god damn. Where's my fucking wedding ring? I don't have a wedding ring, unfortunately. But if I did, it would be gone. It would be on that finger. That one right there. You see that? Boom, right there. As I refocus on her, a smile lights up her face. Her dress shimmers as she takes a step closer.
Child of the other world, you have finally arrived.
Can we kiss? Can we make out? No way, dude. Let's make out. Her voice feels familiar, yet strange. Yes, strange, like a melody I can't quite place. It's quiet, yet resounding, delicate but powerful. Holy talking elementals! Be cool. Oh, so you can talk, that's helpful.
Yes, I can speak.
Cool. So, you're the first one to talk. None of the other elementals spoke.
Yes, for the safety of Mortalis Terra, they could not.
How come?
In order for us to manifest fully onto Mortalis Terra, it would drain a dangerous amount of energy. Because of that, my sisters have merely projected illusions of themselves to help guide you.
So, are you an illusion too? She shakes her head and her hair blushes alluringly over her chest. Wow.
Shadow energy is in excess here. I came seeking your aid.
You need my help.
Ether Terra, where I am from, and Mortalis Terra work in conjunction with each other to maintain the balance of energy. When Terrans use energy, it returns to Ether Terra. And when we use energy, it flows back to Mortalis Terra.
Interesting.
This is the reason why maintaining the balance of energy is important. It is so both of our planes of existence can live and thrive upon our shared world. But we noticed an irregularity. Shadow energy was being used less on Mortalis Terra, and as a result, there was less shadow energy available in Ether Terra. But the other elemental energy usage remained unchanged. My people grew increasingly restless at the lack of shadow energy in our world. Some decided to take matters into their own hands. Slowly, shadow energy increased in use until it was back in balance with the other elements. And yet, shadow energy continued to grow and grow. And now the imbalance has returned, with the scale tipped to shadow energy.
Weird. So, that clearly lines up, right? So here's history lesson. This is going along with the story here. So this is interesting. So this reminds me of like, this music, actually, sorry, before I go on. This music reminds me of like the, Megalo Tower from Sun and Ultra Moon. This reminds me of something that would be in that game. Or maybe like Aether Paradise or something like that. This reminds me of that. I've heard this before, but it like clicked in my head. But so when shadow energy decreased in use on the mortal version of Terra, that was when it was outlawed. So then it increased in use with Void in the illegal sense, and now it's unbalanced. So I guess that's how it works.
That must be because of Void tainting other magic to Shadow.
Lena's voice is soft, barely a whisper, but it surprises me nonetheless. The dip in shadow energy they felt in Ether Terra must have been a result of the ban of shadow magic after the Treaty of Asaria, and the spike must have occurred after Void began tainting spheres. For the first time, the shadow elemental's gaze slided over to Amelia, who falls quiet, uncertain under scrutiny. The shadow elemental smiles softly. Her gaze continues to Zack and the car, but lingers on Amy.
You have a strength and ability much greater than your age.
Amy continues to stare in awe. She's too awestruck to speak. The elemental smiles reassuringly. A gentle silence falls over us as I contemplate all she just said. This isn't what I was expecting.
Time is of the essence. I should not remain here much longer, but I'm sure you have questions.
My mind races with questions. There's an elemental, and she's not from here, and she's talking to me. That in itself is a lot to wrap my head around. I take in a deep breath and force myself to calm down and collect my thoughts. So, what is Ether Terra, I think? So, I clearly want to ask these questions. Double Zax. I'm gonna save here because I like double Zax. So we can ask presumably all these questions. You said you're from Ether Terra. Where is that?
It's on Terra, but on a different plane of existence.
I furrow my brows. I'm confused. What does that mean exactly?
Ether Terra is a mirror landscape of Mortalis Terra.
Okay.
That's why we share energy and are able to cross over into this plane. However, our creatures and societies differ from those who inhabit this plane.
So it's essentially like a different dimension. Fine. Our creatures and societies differ from those who inhabit this place. I see. What are you? What is an elemental? She delicately cocks her head.
Your titles are not the same as ours. I'm not familiar with elementals.
That is the term Terrans use to refer to you.
Oh,
A smile plays at her lips and she runs her fingers through her hair thoughtfully.
elemental. I like it.
I like the delay bank on her voice. I meant to mention that earlier, but it's really interesting.
I am the Shadow Magistrate. As such, it is my responsibility to maintain the balance of shadow energy flow between Mortalis Terra and Ether Terra, and to balance the shadow element among the other elements.
It's quite interesting. She smiles. I can understand why the Terrans view the elementals as deities, but it sounds like that's not the case. They're more akin to societal leaders. If Terrans built these temples for you, why did the temple trials exist?
Every elemental energy type is manipulated in a different way. The trials are created by us and tailored to determine the capacity one has to handle that energy. The trials are implemented and watched over by the Guardians. They ensure the integrity of both the trials and the participants.
I remember the Firefox at the Fire Temple, but where are the other Guardians? How come I didn't see all the Guardians at each temple?
The Guardians do not always appear. Some do not wish to be seen, but all are present within their temple.
I remember the trial in the Water Temple. I wonder if that imitation Amy was actually the Guardian in disguise. I see. She nods. Why me? Was it you who brought me to Terra?
Yes,
Why did you pick me?
we sensed the fortitude of magic ability on the parallel world was significantly stronger than here on Terra. So my sisters and I opened the rift to that world.
But why?
The humans from that world, your world, have a capacity for magic that is unseen here on Terra.
This is good though. This is good though. So these elemental people, the magistrates or whatever, have the ability to open rifts at will. So, or at least like given the amount of energy that they have, whatever. So interesting. Okay. How is that possible? Earth has no magic. She shakes her head.
I do not have the answer to that.
That surprises me. I guess the elementals are not all knowing as I expected. They have their limitations too. But why did you choose me specifically? She looks at me.
We hoped that a champion from your world would help us, and so you traveled through the rift.
So it was purely by chance that I was chosen. Weird. You were waiting for me. How did you know I'd come here or go to any of the temples?
We believed that you would naturally find the areas of high energy concentration, if only to find a way to return home. My sisters tried to guide you as much as they could.
I guess it was just lucky that we encountered Void and pieced together what was going on. How did you know I'd help you even after learning about Void?
We had faith in you.
And here I am. Your faith was well put. She nods. That's all I need for now. We should get moving and stop Void. Leanna stirs gently beside me, reminding me of her presence. I'd forgotten they were still there. It makes sense that they'd remain quiet to let the Shadow Elemental explain. Car steps forward.
Sorry to interrupt, but I can see you.
Face her. Hair floats behind before falling back into place. Hair floats behind her before falling back into place.
In this manifested state, I exist in your plane.
Car digs an elbow into Zach.
And someone here didn't believe the elementals were real.
He crosses his arms.
Yeah, well, someone also told us Void would be here. But I haven't seen them anywhere.
You're right, it's been quiet.
If they aren't here, then where would they be?
Besides this location, I can sense one other area with a strong congregation of shadow energy.
Amy nods, finding her voice again.
Perhaps that is where Void is located.
Is it nearby?
The elemental shakes her head.
No, but I can send you where you need to go.
By opening a rift? She nods. Don't say anything. It's pretty helpful that she can open a rift. The elemental reaches out her hand. For a moment, nothing happens, but then a small purple hole the size of a pea tears open the space in front of us. It eats the surrounding space until the opening is large enough for a person to fit through. I stare in awe as the jagged fabric of reality falls around it. The rift opening is a rich lavender with no indication of where it leads. It feels ominous and familiar. My friends look stiffly at the rift, distrust and hesitation in their eyes. Only Amelia looks intrigued and excited by it.
The balance of the elements must be restored. We're counting on your help.
How come you don't come with us?
This temple has a tremendous amount of energy. It's safe for me to manifest here for a brief time, but I cannot manifest elsewhere, lest it cause irreparable harm to Mortalis Terra.
Big oof! Big oof there. Amelia steps up to the rift, but the elemental stops her. She faces me again.
There is something I must give you first.
Is it a kiss? I love you. She steps forward towards me, her dress billowing behind her. She reaches out her hands. Before she touches me, Leanna pulls me away.
Hold on.
What? Shadow Elemental remains frozen, her eyes are expressionless as they land on Leanna.
You've seen the kind of damage shadow magic can do. Are you sure it's safe for you to accept that?
Shadow magic on its own does not do harm, as is the same with any element.
But the corruption it can cause.
I put a hand on Leanna to reassure her. It'll be no different than when I absorbed any other element. Everything will be fine. Foreshadowing! Saving. Now! Oh, I kind of want to ask those questions again, though. Just in case. I'm pretty sure I get everything for the most part. I think I can save. Here, right there. Her brows are still creased with worry, but she nods and steps back. The Shadow Elemental places her palms around my face. Her initial touch is like getting hit with a snowball, an icy impact which fades into nothingness. A smooth stream of energy pours into me, soft as silk and cold as ice. It freezes my bones, darkening my spirits. My teeth begin to chatter and my body shakes. My vision clouds as wave after wave of energy forces itself inside me. They cling to me and twist and crawl within me. I feel numb, yet my senses are heightened. It runs through my veins, weightless but present, like a shadow. Everything ceases at once when she breaks contact. I jolt back, blinking my eyes until my vision returns. She seems more translucent than before. Leanna rushes over to me.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I turn back to the elemental. Thank you. She nods.
I have done all I can. The rest is up to you.
I mean, we can always make out, you know. My friends also look back at the elemental.
You can count on us to help.
Thanks for all your help.
Yeah, thanks.
I wish time was not so urgent. I have many questions I wish to ask of you, but I thank you for all you've done for us.
Shadow Elemental nods and indicates the rift.
Please proceed with haste.
I hesitate, staring into the brightness. What happens if I walk through here? Amelia confidently steps through the rift.
Amy!
Zack is right behind her. Eel and Kara races after him. Only Leanna and I remain. She looks over to me. As I meet her gaze, I nod, which she returns. She runs through. Sealing my nerves, I follow Leanna into the rift. Brightness surrounds me, engulfing me until it's all I can see. The muted silence is deafening. My blood races through me, but I can barely feel the adrenaline. I feel like I'm suspended in crackling electric air. My legs wade through the light. It's thick and heavy as if I'm wading through water. Time seems to slow, and yet an instant later I stumble out of the light and into a forest. When I turn back, I catch one last glimpse of the Shadow Elemental. She waves goodbye before the rift closes behind us. We didn't kiss. Before I have a chance to get my bearings, Kara immediately pulls me down. I'm about to protest, but she puts a finger to her lips. She points to a row of bushes keeping us from sight. I nod in my understanding and stay quiet. Looking around, I see the tall trees overhead form a thick canopy, blocking out the sun. The tree trunks are thick and gnarled. Many of them have heavy scarring. The grass beneath my feet feels thin and hard. When I look further out, the landscape changes to a barren patch of dry ground flocked with craters. It looks like some serious damage took place here. Footsteps sound nearby. I see a patrol group pass close to us. I hold my breath as they walk by. Luckily, they don't spot us. They're out of sight. I breathe a sigh of relief. Wow. So what the fuck? We just went to the Shadow Temple and like learned shit, but then like Void wasn't even there, so we didn't even accomplish our. I mean, I guess they were because we just kind of teleported to where they were. So I guess the Shadow Temple was useful, but like, where the fuck are we? I ain't got no GPS to tell where we are. Fuck. I need my Sheikah slate. Someone give me a fucking Sheikah slate. I don't know where I am. When they're outside, I breathe a sigh of relief. Car relaxes slightly, as do the rest of my teammates. Where are we?
It would appear we are on the former battleground of the Battle of Asaria.
What we see is what remains of this location. Sorry, she didn't say that. I take another look at the harsh land. It must have been a really intense battle to have scarred up the landscape this much. Leanna looks at her manipulator.
I'm scanning extremely high levels of shadow energy here.
Yeah, well, no shit. That's what she said. That's where we were going. She said there was another area of high concentration of shadow energy, and that's where we are. Of course, you're scanning high shadow energy. Duh.
As am I. It is without question Beration is.
She fiddles with her manipulator. Fiddles. You know.
And the energy type is specific to being transmuted into tainted energy.
The energy type. Wow. Wow.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Neither am I.
This doesn't add up. You would think a place where Void was last strongest would be a place that would be monitored.
I yawned and burped at the same time. What the fuck is my life? Oh, there we go.
According to the Mage Guild reports, they do monitor here.
Then what gives?
The shadow energy here is vast. It would appear Void has used this to their advantage, to not only mask their energy signature, but to also shroud themselves from the eyes of scouts.
Weird.
We, however, appear to have pierced the veil by being on the inside of it.
The shadow elementals set us inside their defenses. That's helpful. Void shouldn't be underestimated. They're dangerous, but not stupid.
Look there!
Leanna points into the distance. Tendrils of shadow crawl towards the sky. They flicker and dance above the skyline. Amelia checks her manipulator again.
That location has the highest concentration of energy.
Then that's where we need to go to stop them.
The group readies themselves as Zack surveys the surroundings.
There's a lot of ground between us and them. Not to mention all the patrols, guards, and lookouts they'll have.
He is right. One does not simply walk into the heart of Void's operation.
I do. Bet. I'll take that as a challenge. Someone send me up there. I'll be the distraction. One does not simply walk into the heart of Void's operation. Oh, right. That's a meme. It was like, I can't remember. It was an old meme. Fuck, I can't remember it. It was like, one does not simply fucking be retarded. That was a weird motion to do. What if I use shadow magic? Kara can sneak us in. Wait, what is this? What did I save here? I've already forgotten. I'm scared. What did I save here? I don't know. I'll save here. Let's say, what if I use shadow magic? I think I have a way. Hey, look at me. I have shadow magic now. What if we turn it around on them and I'll shroud us in a shadow cloak? They seem skeptical.
You've never cast shadow magic before.
I can try. I close my eyes and focus on the icy emptiness I felt when the shadow energy poured into me. I remember its soft, biting touch. I raise my hand and cast a dark bubble of shadow that engulfs us. It's reminiscent of the bubble Amelia encased us in at the water temple. Zack and Kara inspect the bubble, poking cautiously at the sides. Leanna seems impressed.
You did it!
Most impressive, although not surprising considering his previous mastery of the elements. Let us make haste.
I focus my attention on the shadow shroud as we shuffle out of cover. My heart pounds in my chest. Will this actually keep us hidden? I don't know how this what kind of shadow is it? Is it just a dark cloud? Is that not suspicious? We pause as we hear more footsteps. Another set of patrols come our way. I held my breath as they neared. And sighed when they walked past us. The shroud successfully kept us hidden. Quickly but quietly, we continued towards the center of the encampment. We make good progress, stopping only when we get too close to the patrols. I keep the shadow shroud around us, feeling the energy flowing out of me. Even though I've been casting for this long, I don't feel tired. All that training has finally paid off. Eventually, we reach the inner circle. There's a circle of robed robed figures. Their dark hoods cover their faces, but deep purple robes of void mages are unmistakable. The purple shadows fly around them, whispering and mixing with their chants. The tendrils whip wildly in the air as it continues to grow. They thicken in the sky, shielding the light with a dark cloud, within a dark cloud. This is a lot more magic than we originally saw. We're about to form a plan when one of the guards looks in our direction. His gaze pierces through my shroud and seems to look right at us. What's going on? I haven't stopped my magic. The rest of his squadron is staring at us too. I take another look at their uniforms. They wear armor and carry a sword, but also have manipulators. It reminds me of Leanna's garb. Are these Void Mage Knights?
I have a bad feeling about this.
As one, they draw their swords, their metal ringing and the echoes in the air. Their manipulators start to glow.
They found us! Dodge!
Flurry of shadow bolts fire in our direction. We leap out of the way. My concentration is broken and the shroud collapses. The Void Knights dash towards us as purple energy gathers in their hands.
We need to reach the mages and stop whatever they're doing.
I don't think Void Knights are gonna let us through that easily.
Then we'll fight right through them!
We ready ourselves for action. Gameplay! My breath comes in ragged gasps as I face the next Void Knight, but I don't hesitate. As he swings, I whip past him and his sword pierces empty air. I strike from behind, knocking the sword out of his hand. Then, using the blunt end of my blade augmented by a rush of wind, I knock him out. He crumbles to the ground. Over the rest of my team stand with me as we scan the area for more enemies. The ground is littered with fallen Void Knights, but the circle of mages still stands. Their chanting grows in volume as the shadows continue to multiply. They ignore our presence, entranced by their own world.
Perform the final channel!
No!
Leanna and Amy throw magic at the mages as the mages pour all of their energy into the dark shadows. Zack and Kara start to race towards the circle, but a wave of darkness washes over us, flinging us back. We're too late. The dancing shadow warps and surges. I don't even know what's happening. What am I too late for? Flickering claws reach out as it bursts through the ground and engulfs in the circle. The darkness swells and reaches taller than the meager trees, blinding me with its blanket of shadow. I hear the faint cackle of the mages as a surge of purple energy explodes. Shielding my eyes from the blast, I put my hand forth and summon a barrier of opaque shadow to protect us from the shockwaves. As the magic slowly ebbs, I blink my eyes open back into focus. The entire place is littered with fallen void. Only my friends and I were protected from the blast. However, the shadows twist away to reveal empty eyes. Wait, what? That's fucked. They curl into reveal empty eyes. They curl into long claws and sharp teeth, and I gave them monstrosity looming in the sky.
What is that?
Terrifying.
I have never seen such a creature before.
Leanna takes in the scene of fallen victims, her mouth twisting into a frown.
And it left a full trail of destruction as it emerged, without discriminating between void or anything else.
A piercing howl deafens us as the creature screams. It swipes a long claw at us, but I erect another barrier. Erect. Oh, I am 5 years old. Erect. What the fuck is my life, dude? Oh, anyway. Oh, god damn it. Anyway, what the fuck is this music? Pow, crack. Zack's discharger goes off, shocking us back to life. The energy is absorbed by the creature, and Zack's eyes widen as it fixes its lifeless stare onto him. It swipes another claw at us, but this time I can't block it in time. We're sent flying across the camp. My cheek scrapes along the ground as I fall hard. My team struggles to their feet beside me. Amy conjures a flaming sphere between her hands and launches it at the creature. The ball of fire disperses harmlessly across the shadow beast. Undeterred, Amy tries to freeze it in place, but it blocks her magic, leaving it unscathed. It roars as it swipes another claw at Amy, but Kara pushes her out of the way, and she takes the brunt of the attack. She's knocked back against a tree and slides limply to the ground. Amy rushes over to her. In the meantime, Leanna reaches around the creature, trying to draw its attention. Her sword glows a pale blue. She hacks at the shadow creature's base. It roars again, and coils of shadow wrap around Leanna's legs. She manages to wriggle free, but the tendrils are relentless, and soon she's trapped.